Welcome to day 3 of Wizard World Comic Con, Portland, Oregon 2020. This is the last day of the convention. Getting a little sleepy start, but hey, better late than never. So today, cosplaying as Robin. And I got my, I almost said my sidekick, but I guess I'm your sidekick. Batman and Robin. Oh. I need to drink my coffee. So we're gonna go back into the convention, wander around the vendor room, and see some more sights.
I'm done, I'm over it, I can't continue together. At least that's what it was. The calm before the flood, the storm, the apocalypse. I bite my tongue and taste your lips. How can you honestly say to carry on? What are we thinking if it was?
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear.
Portland, welcome to day 3. Please give it up for your moderator for this next panel from Freaks and Geeks and Inglourious Bastards. Give it up for Sam Levine.
Yeah, Sam again.
Oh, how's it going, Portland? Oh, where my nerds at? That's all right. See, introverts. Of course, you guys wave a hand and don't scream when I say that. I'm Sam Levine. I'm so excited to be moderating this panel because if you know anything about me, you know I love DC. And these two gentlemen, they reek of DC. So please, that's a weird intro, but I'm going to stick with it. So please, a big Wizard World Portland round of applause for Mr. Nick Zano and Teddy Sears. Welcome, fellas.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, my pleasure. You guys reek of DC. That's how I introed you.
You reek of DC?
Yeah, yes. So, all right, I promised you that I had only gotcha questions for you. Backstage, you're both very nervous. So, Nick, I want to start with you. I know that they are decidedly not the same character, but I'm just wondering if you did in fact base any of your performance as Steel on the Shaquille O'Neal movie of the same name. They are both in the DC universe, I must point that out.
If anything, it was more Shazam.
Oh,
Than
okay.
anything else. If
Okay.
you watch, you can actually play
Yeah.
Shazam while you're watching Legends, and they line up.
Oh, like Dark Side of the Moon and Wizard of Oz. This is amazing. This is breaking news right here in Portland at Wizard World. Okay, fair enough. It's an actual question. So I would love to hear a little bit about the casting, because I know you came on in season 2, so this is an existing show. And was the casting shrouded in secrecy? Did you get to see an actual script? Did they give you fake lines? Do you remember how that went?
No, I think how it worked was I did a show called Minority Report.
Okay.
And then when that ended, I kind of was just like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
That's what you do as an actor. You're like, well, what do we do now? And then Greg Berlanti called. And that's like, ooh.
That's a good call.
That's a great call. So I met with Greg, and Greg kind of like laid out what this character was and what he was trying to like, his like big picture of what he wanted to do with Legends. Because when they, like the backstory is like Greg, Phil, and Mark Guggenheim and Phil Klemmer, they put together a trailer of Legends of Tomorrow. And they pitched it based on like Dom's appearance on Flash and all the Katie on Arrow.
Yeah.
And they put together this trailer and they showed it to the CW and they're like, yeah, just make that show. And they weren't ready for that like number of like episodes to order.
Yeah.
So they kind of like put the first season together, and he didn't get to do a lot of things he wanted to do for time restraints. And then he told me what he was looking to do, and I was like, oh man, that sounds actually really cool. And then my first episode was piecing together the Legends.
Okay.
So I didn't work with anybody, and then I worked with Dom, who plays Heatwave, first. And, you know, everyone knows Dom from Prison Break and whatnot. Yes. Dom is exactly what you think he is. And so my first time with Dom, and I'm on the Wave Rider. So the Wave Rider is like bigger than this entire room. The Wave Rider, the set itself is like 2 of these rooms. It's enormous. And Dom's sitting in the captain's chair, and I go up to him, and I do my lines, and we walk away, and I was like, so how's it going up here? And he goes, welcome to the Golden Cage. So I was like, what does that mean?
Ominous.
Yeah, it was very ominous. And then I just started working with everybody else, like 2 days with Dom. And then I think Amel came and did that episode, and then Katie.
Yeah.
And then I got to meet everybody one-on-one, and I got a vibe of everybody. And I was like, oh, you guys are really cool, and you didn't get to be cool all that much in the first season. And then I met Brandon, met the big guy, and the big guy, I was just like, you are a gem. Like, you're the funniest, most sincere person I've ever met. And then we kind of broed out, and that relationship grew from the first season. And he's just like, great dude. And then the show just sort of slowly evolved to this thing that I don't know if there's anything like us on TV.
No, you guys are a singularity.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's insane. Like, when we did Bebo, I thought that was it. I was like, we were just getting onto something, and then we read Bebo, and then a group text popped off, and all of us text each other. We're like, what the hell are we gonna do with this Bebo? Is this real? Like, is this real? Is it like, is this just like a hidden thing that like Flash is gonna come? It's like a fake script kind of a vibe. And then we were in a hole that they dug in the middle of a farm field, and there was like 13 people with bags of blue feathers, and they're shaking the blue feathers over the hole, and we're standing there, they're like, oh shit, this is real. I'm like, yeah, like, they're really gonna do a Bebo.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh my god, our show's over. Like, it's it. And Dom was there, he was like, it's a career killer.
I remember this was summer of 2015, and as an actor, you get auditions, get an email from agents, here's your appointment time, here's the project, and then if it appeals to you as the recipient, you go in. And most of the time I'll happily read for whatever, especially if it's something that I like. And I knew Flash, I didn't watch season 1, I knew it was successful. I knew Arrow was successful, and I thought, all right, this is worth a look. Fake sides. Sides are the things that actors go in and learn. It's like a side of the script. So just a sort of a chunk of the larger whole, 3 pages, 4 pages, whatever. It was a sort of what's a dummy scene. It was a fake scene between Barry Allen, the Flash, and I don't even remember what they called this character, but it was, they didn't want to reveal that the audition was for the Jay Garrick role. It was like, here the outline was you're sort of a older brother figure to Barry Allen. sort of lovingly give him grief, and that's one scene, and the other scene is a quasi-romantic thing with the Caitlin Snow character. So I remember, I remember auditioning for it. This is atypical of how things work nowadays. All of the writers, the producers, it was like, in my memory, it feels like a dozen different people were in the room, including the casting folks, which is always, it's intimidating. It's hard enough to audition and to sit in a waiting room with other actors who have had great careers. You know, I recognized Chris Klein was in the room reading. If anyone watches Schitt's Creek, the show Schitt's Creek, the Ted character, I don't know his name, Dustin Milligan? Dustin Milligan's his name.
That sounds right.
He was in the room, and so I'm looking around at some of these guys and thinking, oh, well, I mean, these are all good guys. I mean, could go to any one of us. That's hard enough, and then you go in and there's, you know, a good 10 or so executives sort of staring you down. I remember it was one of the few auditions that I got a phone call on the drive home from my agent saying, well, they called and they really like you. Usually it marinates for a day.
Interpretation this whole time, and she knows what I'm about to do, which is steal from Michael Rosenbaum. Diarrhea. 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 And there it is. All right, guys. Thank you so much. A big round of applause one more time for Nick Sano and Teddy Sears. Come see us at our tables. Enjoy the day.
I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
So this just happened. I was out in the hall and I ran into Thomas Dekker. So I got a photo of him, which I will insert here. I got to talk to him for a few minutes, and I told him that last night I fell down a rabbit hole. I was watching some Daughtry music videos, because I do that occasionally. I love Daughtry. And what the song Waiting for Superman, which is one of my favorite songs by Daughtry, Thomas Dekker is in the video. I had no idea. It was so awesome seeing him in the video and then talking to him today about it. And like the nerd that I am, I told Thomas that Tom Welling is not the only Superman here at the con today. And he chuckled, he loved it, and he's like, you go tell him that. So, yeah. Nerd moment, I love it. I'm having a blast.
Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Well, that is going to do it for day 3, the final day of Wizard World Portland Comic Con for 2020. Had so much fun this weekend. I hope you enjoyed all the videos. Stay tuned. I will have a cosplay photo slideshow, and I will do a shopping haul showing you guys everything I bought at the con. Alright, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe for many more random life adventure videos. I'll see you in the next one. Check out my Instagram too. Took a lot of photos this weekend. Alright guys, have a great day. Bye!